there was space there, so I ran, and I didn't have anything planned in my head. It just, it was obviously just off the cuff, and I was going to get tackled, so I just tried to get rid of the ball and hopefully Felty could do something, or he had a bit of space, so luckily he did.
Go back to the left. Here's Morgan taking them on and bouncing across the line. Michael Morgan, first try in the NRL. Now Morgan showing it, going again. He's got so much speed. Points as Felt flushes down the right wing and kicks. The chasers are there. Michael Morgan. Thurston, Morgan sees some space and goes straight through it.
You had many wonderful years, many wonderful achievements. Let's talk about the pinnacle of it, I guess, which was the 2015 season. You started the season terribly, right? The Cowboys went 0-3.
0-3,
yes, and there was a back page of the paper that really stuck with you.
So I started the year at fullback that year, actually, because I played fullback in 2014. So we tried it again. We played Knights, Roosters at home, Knights at home, Broncos away. And round 3, we got flogged by the Broncos. But that thing that stuck with me, that was, I think, after round 1. And there was a back page that said, Cowboys have spent another off-season reading about themselves and how good they are. And here's one you can cut out and keep. And it was, you stink. So, I mean, it hurt at the time. It was, look, I won't say it was true that we were reading about ourselves and thought we were pretty good, but we didn't play great. And round 3, we went down and got flogged by the Broncos. They put 40 on us. That was a dark moment. When I say dark, I mean it was tough. It was a tough moment to go down and get 40 put on us and lose convincingly in the 3 games. And then round 4, we ended up playing at home, beat Melbourne in extra time.
Here come the Melbourne Storm Chargers. It's Storm's kick. It is all JT.
I think we won 11 straight after that game, so it was a bit of a turning point for us, yeah.
I heard you figured it out at the bottom of a schooner glass.
There were a few schooners that we had. Yeah, we got back from the Broncos game, and I remember I was in the airport and I was talking with JT, and he said, what should we do? And we sort of just said, let's just go to an old pub somewhere and get around each other and have a few beers and not go home, separate, and let the group sort of... no one wanted to be pointing fingers or anything. We had to come together as a group and try and figure out what we were going to do, and someone found the answer.
Was there a sense of, like, the Cowboys, we need to do this in this year or the next couple of years if we're going to break through for this premiership? Like, JT was obviously getting to the later stages of his career. You had a squad. Was there this sense that we should be competing for a comp right now?
Oh, we knew we should be competing for one only because of the team we had. Like any team, you never hear a team say it's been their worst pre-season, they're not going to do any good this year. We were the same. We did have a good pre-season and we were excited for the year ahead. We had a very good squad. We had a good mix at that stage too, of experience and youth. And when we did win, I was relieved for someone like JT and Matty Scott even. They'd had long careers at the club with, I don't want to say no success, but they hadn't won a comp.
Plays it quickly. It comes to Thurston. Now's the chance. Jonathan Thurston kicks the Cowboys into history.
If you think of the whole thing, the grand final victory, is there a moment that stands out to you most?
I remember JT missing that kick. That stands out still because, I was hoping he got it, obviously. The thing that I remember the most is running in after he'd kicked the goal and everyone celebrating how quick the bench got there, and just a feeling of relief, joy, excitement, all of these emotions built up into one.
There's 2 minutes to go, and I think the Broncos, Ben Hunt or Milford or someone, they're down your end of the field. They've got the ball. Like, at that point, do you think, was there ever like, oh, we're done, we're looking at the clock here and how are we going to get down the other end?
I think the set before we got the ball back, they made a half break. So I wasn't looking too good. I wasn't confident that we were going to win. But Felty managed to get it back, and we'd only scored... we scored 2 tries in the first half and we hadn't scored since, so it was obviously tough to crack that line. When we got it back, it was just... We just went through one of our sets, I don't know, and we're, I guess, hoping that something would come off. I think we tried a couple of shifts and we didn't really get anywhere. So with 2 minutes to go, I wasn't sort of thinking, we'll win this.
Last play, JT starts crabbing around the field. Corey Parker almost gets him and looks up, finds you. What's going through your head at that moment?
Yeah, I thought about kicking it. That was my first thought. It was just, do I kick it and hope for the best and, give Felty a chance even? And obviously him being a good catcher. But there was obviously, I don't know if he was even behind me at that stage when I first thought that. Luckily, I had a bit of room to run and the space opened up.
It wasn't a conscious thought. It just happened.
No, it just,
OT bit in
it
and
just happened. It wasn't a thought. And as I said, in terms of remembering the game, I don't remember, what space I saw to actually do that. It was just that there was space there, so I ran. And I didn't have anything planned in my head. It just, it was obviously just off the cuff, and I was going to get tackled, so I just tried to get rid of the ball and hopefully Felty could do something, or he had a bit of space, so luckily he did.
It goes back to Morgan. The Broncos scrambling. Morgan! Kyle Felt as the siren sounds.
What was being talked about in that Cowboys huddle then when JT took an age to kick that goal?
Yeah, it took a year.
Yeah. What are you all saying?
No, we were talking as if he was going to miss it. So we were prepared for if he missed it, because obviously the other outcome is we've won, so it doesn't matter anyway. But we were prepared for him to miss it.
Did you go up thinking it was over?
No, I didn't. And the reason why I didn't, I played in a grand final in 2011, an under-20s one.
Yeah.
We played the Warriors and we scored on the siren and we had a kick to win it.
Caulfield, 18 out, 15 in from touch. He's unsuccessful.
And we missed it. And we lost in Golden Point, the same thing. But a few boys sort of took off as if he'd kicked it. So I didn't. I learnt from past experiences and didn't move until I knew for sure whether it was in or out, yeah.
Thurston kicks it. Off the upright. It misses.
So we go to Golden Point. Was it always the plan that JT would kick the field goal, or were you in position for somewhere else?
No, I hadn't kicked one at that point in my career. The plan was to do it on play one off the scrum, right in front, and then obviously it didn't work out, but got to Jimmy and he ended up managing to get a quick play of the ball. And
that one you knew it went over?
Yeah, straight away. Well, it came off the boot really quick, so it was an ugly bounce, but he managed to get it in somehow. But yeah, as soon as it sort of went over, we all knew.
In the days that followed that, obviously coming back here to Townsville, the party, the people, being a Townsville boy yourself, what did that mean for you to see? Yeah, and probably goes back to your question before when you asked what's something that stood out for me, and it is that. And it was obviously able to remember it all because those emotions that calmed a bit and you can sort of take it all in. So we got back to Townsville and there was thousands of people through the airport, headed out to the stadium on a bus, and the whole way there was people, out on the street, and then we get to the stadium, there was 15,000 people staring in the North Queensland sun, which isn't nice. So for them to do that, and that was like, you did sort of nearly feel like rock stars because we were on stage and there was all these people there for us. And being from here too, it was special because I would have once been in that crowd and been supporting the Cowboys if something like this had happened. So that was nice for me to be able to enjoy that in my hometown and see what it did for everyone as well. Yeah.